and welcome back to another brand new installment. All you wonderful weed heads to Weed on Wrestling. I am, of course, Weed, aka Alan, your host that tries to stay stoned the most. And here at Weed on Wrestling, I get super baked and I talk about all the finer points in the WWE universe. And I'm on one today. I am fucking high. Alright. Ooh, yeah. Second one of the day. Today is Wednesday. What is it? March 29th, 2017. Did a little 205 live action earlier now. It's all about that NXT. Stay tuned after the podcast. Who knows? We may go live for a little bit and talk about some predictions for WrestleMania coming up. But right now, we're talking about that go-home show, the one right before NXT Takeover Orlando. 2 shows in 3 days. Overkill much there, WWE? You got NXT on a Wednesday and then NXT Takeover on a Saturday. So, alright, yeah, let's do the damn thing. Alright, starting off with a little taste of what's in store at NXT Takeover. Half of each of the tag teams in the elimination match for the title. Alright, yeah. Gee, I wonder how long this one's going to go without the fucking interruption. But it lasted. I mean, it actually went the full, I guess you'd say, length of a match. It was Akam from Authors of Pain, Johnny Wrestling, or Johnny Gargano, whatever, from Team DIY, and Dash Wilder from The Revival. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Gargano is so oversized, it's ridiculous, but motherfucker's got heart, and heart you can't teach and it can't be measured. Holy shit. Akam's a fucking beast. Wilder's a puss. The match was kind of boring for a little while, to be honest with you. Dash Wilder bitched out about halfway through and just walked away from the fight. I have a confession to make. I may have been caught sleeping. I may be slipping on this dude, Johnny Wrestling. He may be what everybody's made him out to be. He may be that damn good. Because holy shit, he carried that match. As I punched the fucking microphone trying to take the lighter away. But yeah, it was good. It was... Gargano's so oversized, it's ridiculous. But he's got heart, man. Old Johnny Wrestling, solid gold in the ring. You know what? That's my s'more moment of the week. Give me s'more of Johnny Wrestling. Because, Jesus Christ. His heart, his selling ability. Oh my God, his selling ability. I ain't even touched on that. That's like Dolph Ziggler good on selling ability. Yes, please. His flippy, fast-paced shit, I love it all. Can I have that, like, maybe on, like, a 205 Live roster spot, please? Do I see Gargano going to 205 Live? Maybe. His flippy shit would fit right in. But, yeah, moving on. The match ended up, and it held my attention there at the end. It got kind of interesting. A little distraction on the rope. When Wilder runs back in to get the pinfall on Johnny Wrestling, Gargano got beat down by Akam. Akam gets distracted by that Dawson dude, and Wilder gets the pinfall. And, okay, it was well enough for a starter match for a show. It was actually a damn good match for a shit show. I'll give it that. Maybe match of the night. Maybe. Because up next we get debut time, and it's the debut of Heavy Machinery. Holy shit, they kind of sucked. They got one thing going for them. They are fucking big. They are big dudes. Fuck, these guys are some big old boys. There was a tag team matchup against some no-name jobber team. Heavy Machinery, maybe some big sweaty men, but sweet titties, they need a shit ton of work. Starting off with those fucking caution tape, too small onesies. That's just bad. That's 80s bad. And then, I don't know. The match just sucked. The botch of the night, that's got to go to whoever they were facing. Those jobbers were horrible. They ruin any chance for Heavy Machinery to look even better than crap. Yeah. That's what I meant to say. They made them look better than crap. They were supposed to, and they didn't achieve that. The jobbing team that they did, they butchered everything. From their shitty-ass selling to their fakeness to the fact that the whole damn match, they just stood around in the wrong places waiting for their turn to get punched in the face. You can fuck right off. You may be sent there to lose, but at least you can lose with some class, lose with a little bit of dignity. Go down fighting, go down swinging, don't just fucking stand there. Shit, it was bad. And yeah, imagine that. Heavy Machinery win, and they won the botch fest going away, hands down. It wasn't even fucking close. You knew what was going to happen. So is this who's going to take out Authors of Pain down the road? Is that what we're building to? I don't know about all that. Right after that, we got the only women's section, the only women's segment at all in the entire NXT show, and that was a fucking contract signing. Been relegated to 3.5, 5 minutes on screen of just signing a piece of paper. The contract signing between Asuka and Ember Moon was pretty pointless. As a fan of Asuka, though, I'm already hyped and pumped up for their match. No signing of no fucking piece of paper is going to get me more excited or is going to add to the hype that already was, so why even have it? At least I will give it this good point. At least it didn't end up in a fight like most of them do. When they end up in fights, that's when... Why didn't you just have them in a match to begin with instead of this pointless contract signing? Yeah, so... Yeah, it could have been worse, I guess. Moving on, we got to talk about how many promo shoots and fucking advertisements for the network and WrestleMania and NXT Takeover and shit like that there were. Like, don't get me wrong, it was to be expected. There was a shit ton of them for WrestleMania, Takeover, network plug here. Yeah, it kind of seemed like this was coming, but with 2 fucking shows in 3 days for NXT. That's just, wow. So many promo spots, previews, and networks plugs that all throughout the middle of the show, that's all it was. But hey, at least there was a bright spot. Paul Ellering, he can still cut a fucking mean promo. And is it sad that the only tag team title chase that I'm excited for this entire weekend in the whole of the WWE universe, the only one I'm hyped for is NXT. It's the only match for the weekend, for the tag team division anyway, that I'm excited for, that has storyline, that has a little bit of logic thrown in, that has all the added elements that make it amazing and isn't just thrown together at the last minute. No, let's add a ladder and let's put it on the pre-show. Oh, well. I will give it this. Throughout all of it, there seemed to be one shining glimmer of hope. There seemed to be a lot of preview spots for upcoming wrestlers and upcoming NXT stars. Good. Good. Maybe the future doesn't look as shitty as I'm making it out to be. Maybe there's hope. Maybe the future looks a little brighter than it has, I don't know, the last few months. Time will tell. Time will tell. Time and whatever WWE brass chooses to do with like Asuka and Nakamura, not to mention what they choose to do with basically the entire tag team division, Bobby Roode, Ty Dillinger, Eric Young. You can add Cassius Ohno and that other dude. Speaking of Cassius Ohno and that other dude, Elias Sampson, they had a match, and it was the main event, so it's main event time. Loser leaves NXT. Cassius Ohno in his Space Jam ring attire circa 1991 versus Elias Sampson, gunner, his little guitar in hand and all. So yeah, who's getting the call to move up first? You can call me callous, you can call me whatever, just pissed off and mean, but I don't fucking care. None of this had hype, none of this had rewards, none of this had a payoff. I was just bleh. And apparently the crowd felt the same way because they didn't really get into it either. The crowd, like NXT this week, Wednesday, mailed the show in because you can tell they were putting all their eggs in the basket for TakeOver. This was just to get the lighting right and shit, I imagine. It was a slow match, back to it, between Ohno and Sampson. It was slow. It was really clunky with not very much payoff there at the end. Ohno and his short shorts win the match. So I guess Elias Sampson's moving up now? He's either moving up or he's getting fired. Either way, I don't give a shit, and who fucking cares regardless. But my problem with the way the show ended was he smashed the guitar. You never smash a guitar, man. That's just some rude shit. Why would you do such a thing? The guitar didn't do anything to you. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, I digress and moving on. The what about me? What about Raven missing superstar of the show? Let's see here. Take your fucking pick. We got Ty Dillinger, we got Eric Young, we got Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ho Ho Loon, Hideo Itami. Just on and on and on. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the entire fucking women's division of NXT as my missing superstars of the week. So what about me? What about Raven missing superstar of NXT is the entire women's roster in NXT. We get a 3-minute segment right there in the middle that I talked about where the papers were fucking signed. This is what we're delegated to. So there's only 2 women on the entire NXT roster, and all they're good for is signing a fucking line. I get that most of your stars are being rested for TakeOver in 3 days, but sweet Jesus and holy tits, this is fucking insane. It is what it is. So overall feel of the show was, What? Why? Bunch of crap. Why even have a Wednesday show during a pay-per-view weekend? Because we're getting a TakeOver, so why even have the go-home show on that Wednesday? The big names are already busy, and it's pretty fucking obvious this week that your B-grade stars and your mid-level talent can't carry a fucking show on their own. This was almost atrocious. From the high, let's go take it back. From the low that was Raw to the mediocreness that was SmackDown to the high that was 205 Live and then fell back to this. Yeah, that's what I'm left with. It was fucking weak. Oh well. There's always Saturday, I guess. There's always TakeOver. I'll be back for that. I'll watch it. And you know what? I'll be back here and after a while. I may go live tonight with a few of my picks. Then again, I may wait and put it off till tomorrow. Just to decide later on how I feel. Probably is going to be put off till tomorrow, though. So with that, that's about all I got for today. So I'll be back at some point. Talk about some picks. Talk about NXT Takeover Orlando on Saturday. Talk about some WrestleMania on Sunday. I may do some Hall of Fame shit, some highlights. I don't know. I'm in a hotel room all week next week, basically by myself with my podcasting shit. So we'll see what gets done. That's about all for today. Until then, let's just get the fuck out of here. You can find me at all the normal places. Wherever you found this is where I'm at. SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and of course Spreaker. Twitter, I always answer back. You follow me, I follow you. That's how it works. But yeah, hit me up on Twitter. Handles at Weed on Wrestling. Again, Weed on Wrestling. I'm Weed, a.k.a. Alan. You guys take care of yourself. Take care of each other, too. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Can I kind of touch on just how bad the commentary crew is on NXT? Corey Graves leaves and it goes to shit. And even Phillips referenced him a couple times tonight. I think he misses him because even from the start of the show when old Nigel and dumb fuck on the other side stepped over each other, you could tell Phillips was pissed. And it just got worse from there. All the talking over each other and all the trying to insult or trying to be clever at the same time, just not good. Something's got to give. Phillips is better than that. Maybe Nigel could be, but the other dude sucks so bad that Nigel looks bad. I don't know. Let's get the fuck out of here. Peace!